Good evening, everyone. I'm Council President Mally Rosado, and I'm calling to order this council meeting of Monday, April 27th, 2020. Mr. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Councilwoman Bermudez.
Present.
Councilman Clark.
Present.
Councilman Gale.
Present.
Councilman LeBron.
Present.
Councilman Mickham.
Present.
Councilwoman Rosado.
Present.
Councilwoman Rossetti.
Here.
Councilman Sanchez. Councilman Sanchez. Councilwoman Surgeon.
Here.
You have a quorum, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Now our town clerk will lead us on to the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
The flag of the United
United
States
States
of
of
America
America and to
and
the republic
for
for
which
which
it
it
stands,
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God, indivisible, and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Good evening to everyone. I would like to make the motion that we suspend the council rules to add on item number 6, which is a resolution rescinding certain emergency rules.
Second the motion.
We have a motion that's been made and properly second. Are there any discussions? Any discussions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Bermudez.
Yes.
Councilman Clark.
No.
Councilman Gale.
Yes.
Councilman LeBron.
Yes.
Councilman Mickham.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti.
Yes.
Councilman Sanchez.
Yes.
Councilwoman Surgeon.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Rules have been suspended. Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to make a motion that we add to the consent calendar item number 1, which is a communication from Mayor Cronin with a coping resolution authorizing the city to accept ongoing payments from the Capital Region Education Council as an agent for the Connecticut Office of Early Childhood to provide funding for healthcare, childcare at Highland Early Learning Center for the children of essential hospital workers and other essential workers as approved by OEC.
I second the motion.
Motion has been made and properly second. Are there any discussion? Any discussions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Bermudez.
Yes.
Councilman Clark.
Yes.
Councilman Clark.
Yes.
Councilman Gale.
Yes.
Councilman LeBron.
Yes.
Councilman Mickham.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado. Councilwoman Rosado.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti.
Yes.
Councilman Sanchez.
Yes.
Councilwoman Surgeon.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Forgive me for an oversight. I would like to make a motion that we approve the minutes from the last council meeting.
I second the motion.
Motion has been made and properly second. Mr. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Councilwoman Bermudez. Councilwoman Bermudez.
Yes.
Councilman Clark.
Yes.
Councilman Gale,
Yes.
Councilman LeBron,
Yes.
Councilman LeBron,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Councilman Sanchez,
Yes.
Councilwoman Surgeon,
Yes.
motion pass.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Madam President. I would like to make the motion that we refer the following items to the following committees. Item number 3, which is an ordinance amending Chapter 2, appointments of department heads, requirements, Section 850, residency requirements of the municipal code, to the operations management budget and government accountability. Item number 4, which is a proposed ordinance from Mayor Broden amending Chapter 2, Section 102 of the Municipal Code of the City of Hartford, to the Operations Management Budget and Government Accountability Committee, with a hearing date of Monday, May 18th, 2020 at 7 p.m. Item number 5, which is a resolution urging the Department of Health and Human Services and other departments to participate in the research and safe implementation of FAR UVC lights to all City of Hartford facilities, entrances, and surfaces, i.e. counters of City Clerk's Office, Vital Statistics Office, Tax Office, and including but not limited to air handling, heating, and cooling systems, to the Health and Human Services Committee.
I second the motion.
I've got a question.
Councilwoman Surgeon?
Yeah, I thought we were postponing item number 2 and sending 3 and 4 to OMB.
Yes.
Through you, Madam President.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, 3 and 4 was just mentioned that was referred to Operations Management and Budget Committee.
And item number 2?
We have not gotten to item number 2 yet.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, a motion has been made and properly second. Are there any other discussions? Any other discussions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Bermudez,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Gale,
Yes.
Councilman LeBron,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Councilman Sanchez,
Yes.
Councilwoman Surgeon,
Yes.
motion pass.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
I would like to make the motion that we postpone indefinitely item number 2, which is an ordinance making it unlawful for any person to sell or offer for sale any flavored tobacco product.
I second the motion.
Motion has been made and properly second. Are there any discussions? Any discussions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Bermudez,
Yes.
Councilwoman Bermudez,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Gale,
Yes.
Councilman Gale,
Yes.
Councilman LeBron,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Councilman Sanchez,
Yes.
Councilwoman Surgeon,
Yes.
motion pass.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to make the motion that we put for action item number 6, which is a resolution rescinding certain emergency rules of the Court of Common Council.
I second the motion.
Motion has been made and properly second. Are there any discussions? Go ahead, Councilman Mixtum.
Just briefly, I wanted to thank Councilman Gale for thinking of this and for realizing that we can go back more or less to how we were doing things. So thank you.
Councilman Gale?
Let me assure Councilman Mictum that this was a group effort. It didn't come out of my thought process alone. But as we were talking about it, I think some of us weren't even clear that we had already taken some action that was preventing us from having committee meetings. And so for members of the public who may be watching, the whole point of the resolution is to just simply walk backwards off of one of the things that we passed on March 24th, where we indicated that we were not going to have committee meetings during this emergency. We are now indicating that since we've figured out how to use WebEx and some of the technology, we are going to attempt to have some committee meetings. And again, that's going to be subject to the individual chairs of the committees. A chair of a committee not having business in front of the committee or not feeling comfortable having a committee meeting can still postpone the meeting. But a chair that wants to go forward with a committee meeting can indeed go forward with a committee meeting utilizing the same technology that we're using tonight.
Thank you, Councilman Gale. And I just want to reiterate on what both Councilman Mixtum and Councilman Gale said about trying to conduct business as usual. This is what we were elected to do, to serve the public. And so now that we have a platform in place where we can conduct such business, like Councilman Gale said, this was a joint effort to be as transparent as we can with the public and conduct business as usual. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Bermudez. Councilman Clark.
Yes.
Councilman Gale.
Yes.
Councilman Gale.
Yes.
Councilman LeBron.
Yes.
Councilman Mictum.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti.
Yes.
Councilman Sanchez.
Yes.
Councilwoman Surgeon.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. I'm not going to allow any council member that would like to address the public. Are there any council members that would like to address the public? Councilman Mixtum?
Just to remind folks to reach out to us council members and to us on Facebook and the other place where we also, especially Wednesday is the food pantry at the Grace Church, which I know tends to fluctuate how many people go, especially toward the beginning of the month. Not as many people go as at the end of the month, but they have a lot of good and useful food there. That's 11 to 2 on Wednesday. It's on Prospect. I don't remember the address, but it's right across from Elizabeth Park. So I hope people who are in need of food will keep that in mind.
Thank you, Councilman Mixtum. Councilman Sanchez?
So I just want to make mention that the Health and Human Services next meeting or following meeting is on Monday, May 4th, but that is not confirmed at the moment. Our chair, Councilman Nick LeBron, is still working on that to confirm it. And it's important that the public, is my opinion that I'm hoping that the public can join us because this resolution that was put forth for the far UVC ultraviolet light for disinfecting is important as another level of security when we have customers coming into the city hall and any other department. And then also we're going to have a guest speaker online, Dr. Anderson from Duke University, who also works on microbial and disinfection and disease. So he's going to give us some of his time and speak on this ultraviolet technology. So I hope that everyone who's able to can join us on Monday.
Thank you, Councilman Sanchez. Councilman Clark?
Thank you, Madam President. Once again, I'm glad that we were able to do the people's business via a virtual meeting. I just want to remind everyone of those that actually are still seeking food. There are 3 churches that have been collaborating together since April 6th to provide free meals to the community Monday through Saturday. So on Mondays, there are meals being distributed at the Phillips Metropolitan CME Church at 6 o'clock, which is 2500 Main Street. On Tuesdays is at the Mount Olive Church Ministries at 6 p.m. at 20 Battle Street, Wednesdays at the Citadel of Love at 167 Barber Street, again at 6 p.m. Going back to Thursday at the Mount Olive Church on 20 Battle Street, Friday at the Citadel of Love, 167 Barber Street, and Saturday at the Phillips Metropolitan CME Church at 25 Main Street. They are a first come, first served basis. And if you know anyone who needs a free hot meal, and sometimes we do provide produce and breakfast items, please encourage them to go to one of those churches at 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Clark.
Council President, if I may, I wanted to mention to everyone.
I'm sorry, I didn't see your hand. Go ahead.
Oh, my apologies. I wanted to mention to everyone who's listening out there, if you're a renter, you should not be getting kicked out right now. We've received some emails, some concerns and calls from residents, some residents in Hartford, and also other places too that have been saying that they are currently being threatened by landlords. And just wanted to mention that because Governor Lamont issued Executive Order 7X, it means that for the month of April, you have an automatic 60-day extension. For the month of May, you have to request an extension. And in order to request an extension, just put it in writing, a letter. We have some template letters available. So if you wanted to check out what that template letter looks like, feel free to visit wizandjosh.org, wizandjosh.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Bermudez. I would like to address the public and reinforce social distancing. It's so important that we continue to social distance. I've seen, the curve up in its height. If you ask questions to various people, have we hit the peak or not? You'll get a different answer. So I think the city of Hartford has been doing an excellent job. Our mayor has done a great job at promoting social distancing. City of Hartford has also done an excellent job in translating into Spanish all of their press releases. And on another note, today our mayor, Luke Bronin, submitted the budget to council. The public hearing for the budget will be Wednesday, May 6th. Thank you, Councilman Gale. And we want to be as transparent as we can through this process. More to come on the budget. There will be a press release. So again, everyone stay safe. Our condolences go out to those families who have lost a loved one through these trying times. Is there anyone else that would like to address Councilman Clark?
Thank you, Madam President. I did forget to ask that, as we know, that during this pandemic, there are now communities of color that are being heavily impacted by COVID-19, and testing is very crucial. So I want to encourage those that actually would like to get tested, understand that you need a doctor's order to get tested, whether you're going to St. Francis or Hartford Hospital. Charter Oak Health Center is another location that is providing testing to those. And so to schedule an appointment, call the health center to be seen by a provider so that they can write a script for you.
Thank you, Councilman Clark. Councilman LeBron?
Yes, I want to just remind the small business owners of the opportunity that they have in front of them today. The technical assistance, the application for the grants that the mayor announced last week will be due on, the applications are due on May 4th, but the technical assistance can begin as of today, where folks can get help and, again, assistance on documents that they may need to apply for this grant. So that is today. I'm pretty sure you can reach out to any council person here that would help you with that, or you can reach out to us directly. We would help you with that. So please take advantage of this opportunity. I know there are a lot of small business owners that, are close to the margins and are below or underwater as a result of not having customers directly coming to their shops. So this is a great opportunity that the council and the mayor has put together to try to keep some of our favorite small businesses afloat. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Clark. Councilwoman Rossetti.
Rossetti rhymes with spaghetti. I really want to have a shout out to our Public Works Department, just the work they've been doing, the fire department, our police department, in particular, our teachers. As a daughter of a teacher, I know how trying these times are, and I really just continue to be amazed at the heights to which we can go to do in these difficult times. So I did wave down the Public Works the other day and yell out, I love them to them. I hope I didn't scare them off, but I want to continue to thank them.
Councilman Gale.
Just to add to what Councilwoman Rossetti said, just to throw it in there, a huge shout out and a special thanks to all those workers who are staffing the grocery stores around here. Without whom life would be that much more difficult. So, you know, we appreciate everybody in these times. Everybody, a lot of people are making sacrifices. A lot of people are putting themselves in harm's way to make sure that life continues to go on, and we certainly celebrate all of that.
Thank you, Councilman Gale. Anyone else? Councilman Sanchez. Councilman Sanchez, we can't hear you.
I also like to thank Liani Arroyo for the tremendous job that she's been doing, collecting the data, making sure everything is on point. You know, going to the health departments and senior citizens home, making sure that everyone is following the protocol, as well as reporting any COVID-19 or whether it's tested positive or not, and working with all the other departments.
Yes, and she has become also our Spanish translator.
Absolutely.
At the City of Hartford, so we really appreciate all of her hard work. Anyone else? Okay, with no further business to conduct, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Night.
Good night.